Alrighty, folks. We just arose from the dead to give you this podcast.
Coming to you this week from Terrence, Indiana.
This is the first episode not filmed in my house.
Yeah. First one that's gonna go up, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also the first episode where we locked Jessie inside your house, so they're not here.
Yeah, they're not here today. We locked them inside our house.
Can't get out.
We are no longer filming with them.
Ever, for the rest of our lives, for good, for
Well, we're no longer filming with them for a couple of reasons. The first main reason is they're trapped in the Skunk Bunker. We managed to get out, but whenever I was coming up, the ladder broke into pieces. And I was like, oh yeah, we'll come back and give you a new ladder, Jessie. And they were like, okay.
So,
we haven't gotten around to doing that yet.
That was like 2.5 months ago.
we'll see if they survive.
I thought I heard bones rattling last time I went by the Skunk Bunker.
So, obviously the skeleton army has come for them.
We'll be heading there in about a week or so. So, stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. We're just packing our lips full of fat fucking dip. That fucking good brown shit, you know what I'm saying, love?
Jerky.
It's beef jerky dip.
Teriyaki.
It's really good. I used to eat that shit like candy. I'd make my dad buy me like 50 of them.
So this is in between our Sonic Adventure playthrough.
Yeah. Which I'm excited for it.
Tim's laptop died as we were filming, and I
I
knew
don't know why it does that though. Like my laptop, if you have it plugged in and you're trying to like record like a video,
using OBS at least.
it just like flickers. And I don't know why.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't really know other good filming software to use, so
The capture equipment came at my place, so now we can do online stuff. Because, weirdly enough, since I use the same screen for my computer and my Xbox, so I'd have to switch between it to turn on the capture stuff. It actually makes it easier because then I can run Discord through it and record the audio that would come out.
I have no idea what you're talking about until I look at the setup myself.
Basically, I can record all of our audio and gameplay on the same, like on the capture thing.
No, you can't.
Well, the thing about audio that I want to do is, like, if we're going to do it online, I want us all to have our own microphone.
Yeah.
My notes app force updated itself, and it's horrible.
Oof.
Okay. Did I talk about hot diarrhea on a cold day?
I don't know if you have.
Well, it's in the suggested fucking things. Wait, did I ever talk about the fucking dog show stuff?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay. This is now a while ago. I saved these for the night we were going to record, but I don't think I ever brought them up. If I did, it would have been in the Cyberpunk one. Basically, the people who do pet plays, there's a thing on Snapchat about it. And she was talking about, and she has the whole setup for pet plays. And I'm watching this whole thing, and like, whatever if you want to do this, just don't make me watch it. But this fucking whole clip, I had so many like genuine questions. Because like, they're a dog, and they're like people dog shows. And I was watching this, and they're just like, yeah, I have all these blue ribbons from dog shows, and people come over, and they're like, man, you got all these ribbons, but no one ever asks, am I the dog? I'm just thinking like, weird. It's almost like they can see you're not a fucking dog.
It's almost like, yeah, you're not a fucking dog.
Why would they ask this? And there's already an aspect of dog shows that I find uncomfortable where they pick them up by the throat and the fucking crotch to check if they're a pure breed. So, like, do they do that to your fucking wife when you take her in dressed as an animal?
Just pick her up.
Just pick her up by her throat and her fucking cooter and just like, yes, definitely an Italian.
Good. I'd stick a thermometer in my every girl I date's ass to see if they're purebred.
Okay.
I want to see if their ass can tracks right. Sorry, Mom.
Connor, you ever want to experience having your fingernails pulled all the way back?
No. Why would I ever want that?
Alright, well, live today.
Get the fuck off me.
Live.
Get the fuck off me, you whore.
Live.
I hope your family woke up to that.
Something came to my attention recently that is rather fitting for me on the podcast.
Okay.
Do you guys know who Eva Braun is?
Ava Braun.
Yeah, Hitler's sugar
Yeah,
mama.
Yeah, Hitler's wife. Recently, a pair of Eva Braun's underwear sold at auction for
Hunter.
Huh?
I don't want this to go where I'm afraid it's gonna go.
They sold for 3,700 euros. 3,700 euros for
Okay.
Eva Braun, Hitler's wife's underwear. My first initial reaction to that was, that's not a lot of money. My second initial reaction to that is, I would pay that amount of money for that part of history.
For Ava Braun's
What would you
underwear.
want Ava Braun's underwear for, Hunter?
I'd probably frame them, put them on the wall,
Okay.
and put like a plaque on it.
Okay.
I wouldn't do anything dastardly with something with like history.
Oh yeah, that definitely seems so out of character. Guy who steals tampons for the smell of them.
From Goodwill. I mean, what? But like, don't you, my first initial, yeah, like
You can
seriously,
understand my concern.
yeah, my first reaction to that was like, that's not a lot of money.
No,
Am I
I
wrong?
would think that would go for a little bit more.
Well, I mean, it's not like she's a beloved member of history.
There's collectors of everything though. Do you know how many World War II
Yeah,
like,
but- yeah, there's
memorial collectors there are?
There's collectors for everything, but if like that doesn't mean that it's gonna cost a lot. Like, there's collectors for fucking toenails. It doesn't mean they're gonna have to pay more than $100 for certain toenails. It's a bad example. Toenails are probably really
When did
expensive because
this
they're hard to
sell?
get. But you know what I mean.
A couple months ago. So they sold a couple months ago. My friend told me about it.
Wonder what that person's doing with it.
I
Now,
don't know.
here's the question: do you think Hitler's underwear would sell for more or less?
Probably more.
More because he's more historical, or less
Yeah.
because less people want to sniff
I mean,
Hitler's
that dude
panties?
literally
More
tried
historical.
fucking mass genocide, and he was the last.
His
one
skid
to-
marks are a part of history.
He also apparently had a shit fetish.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
And he was addicted to meth.
There's a lot of. How was Hitler so successful? What the fuck?
I don't know why.
Old one nut.
Yeah, you just
I
have
mean-
a way with words.
I mean, if you want me to fucking go
No.
dip a toe into the conspiracy theory bucket,
I feel like
go
this
on a
is. I
tangent.
feel like we're treading
I'm
thin ice here.
I'm suppressing a lot of urges right now. No, I'll
hold
say
on.
something tame.
Hold on, I have a different topic.
Okay.
Do you have folding chairs? Like, would you have like 3 chairs that you could take into nature and just set up somewhere?
Maybe. Yeah.
In a hypothetical,
I might.
you wouldn't want to do a podcast in an abandoned building, would you?
I've thought about that kind of stuff before. Like I said, like the Skunk Bunker, like we were talking about the Skunk Bunker road trip and record in the car, which is
Yeah.
like record in the woods, record in
Well,
the,
one of the ones I thought is us,
record in a
because we were
cement
laying
factory.
here. We're just laying next to each other. We can't look at each other. We have to look up at the stars, and we have the microphones tipped over so we can utilize them.
Yeah, like pointing down at our face.
Yeah.
We could do that
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
while we're on acid.
Also, that's another thing. I want to do a playthrough of some kind of game that's going to make me rage and is really difficult. But I start at the same time I've eaten like a heavy edible. So I'm on, we're playing time trial right now. I gotta get through this game as I get farther up this like ladder
like
of high.
Dark Souls is like that.
So you gotta You're 100% the Halo campaign.
Yeah, it's just some like awful thing like that as I just slip into fucking death.
Played Dead Space. So like the game's not scary at first, but then halfway through there's a jump scare and like right at
I'll crap myself.
Yeah.
That game already does kind of scare me still. I was playing it fairly recently.
right as the edibles hit, just like something with like scythes for armor starts
This
crawling
sounds
at you,
like
you're
this sounds like a
no.
lot of fun. I'd love to do this.
I've always wanted to do like a Dead Space playthrough.
We'll have to do a Dead Space playthrough. You hear that, folks?
Like,
That's-
comment, and subscribe if you like. Comment and like Dead Space. Fucking nailed it.
If you like Dead Space, subscribe because it's not going to be out for a while. So subscribe and hit that bell to know when it's out.
I mean, I have Dead Space.
I have it too. I have all three of them.
Yes, let's talk. Oh, she fucking idiot.
I want a lot of paste.
You want a lot of paste?
I want to
Yeah.
eat a lot of paste. You guys, after this podcast, want to go somewhere? Eat?
You guys want to go somewhere and eat some paste?
Possibly.
And we gotta get some fucking paste.
So there's a person that I work with, or a person at my work. They were like a teenager. They were, I think they were like 16 or something. He had one hand,
Mm-hmm.
just because like birth defect or some shit
Yeah.
happened. You know, just he has one hand. And every time I hear a story about this kid, like he was a good kid. He didn't like do anything wrong. He was a little bit of a dipshit, but like, that's all right. He did everything he could do. But every time I hear someone else talking, like one of the managers talking about him, like it's always a super fucked up story of them like trying to make him do something that like he shouldn't do because he has one hand. Like the one time, whenever he was like being interviewed, the manager was like he was being hired to be a dishwasher, which is kind of like, I mean, like if you could do it. But the manager looked at him and was like, he like basically threw a dustpan and a broom at him. It was like, prove to me you can use this.
That's not how you do that.
And I was
I
like,
don't
okay.
think you can do that.
And then he quit not too long ago. I wonder why. And he found a job at like Dick's warehouse or some shit. But one of the last days, like he quit and just like stopped showing up. But one of the days where he didn't show up, he was scheduled. They had him scheduled to be like a dishwasher, and like I know he was like, I can't wrap my head around him because like all the shit that we like have there, like they can get like, we carry these like big bins full of like sometimes like 50 pounds full of like bowls and like equipment and shit, and I really don't know if he could do it. And they're just like, oh, fuck it, just throw the one arm kid and make him clean everything in the building.
You fucking have a one-arm kid do it.
Yeah, I just thought it was super fucking bizarre.
That's pretty crazy. It's pretty fucking wild, Rob.
I learned that if you take a pet to a hotel, and say it is an emotional support animal, they legally cannot ask to see any proof.
Huh.
Yeah, you could just show up with an animal and lie, and they're not allowed to.
I don't like that. I hate the emotional support animal laws. I know it's like a weird thing, but it's kind of because I worked at the mall for so long. I see all these fat fucks rolling around on their hover rounds, and they're so fucking fat they can't walk around, and they just have like, they're just literally dragging a chihuahua behind them on a leash. And just like, oh, well, it's my emotional support animal. I could do whatever I want with it. And they're literally like fucking choking like, it's literally like noosing the dog behind them. Because like they have to like keep it like the leash tight so the dog doesn't like run off. And I don't know, it's
That's
just
awful.
ever since then I've seen so many dogs just like shit and piss and like people just not clean it up. And it's just like, you don't need to bring a dog. You just don't need to bring a dog. You don't need a dog. If you just, I don't know. There's better options. You don't need to bring
Like
a
if
dog.
I could, if like say somebody was blind.
That's different.
That's different. But, like, if you're...
I'm scared. I have anxiety. I'm gonna bring my fucking golden retriever. Like, no. Nah, dude. Don't bring your fucking dog to the mall. And this, well, like, my main thing is, like, people have allergies. Like, what if someone's deathly allergic to dogs and you just fucking walk by, like, you kill someone like that. You walk by, like, your dog walks by someone who's super allergic to dogs. Like,
They're choking, and you're just like, it's my emotional support animal, you're being rude.
just because your fucking dumbass wanted to bring an animal somewhere that you can go without, you're too much of a fucking scaredy.
I mean,
I don't fucking know.
I also get if, like, just say you had your dog and you needed to stop somewhere in the mall, and you don't want to leave your dog in the car, and you don't know how long it's going to be, then, yeah, okay, bring your dog in so they're not suffering in the fucking car. Or, like, plan ahead or get some water for it or something. Keep the windows down.
Just clean up their shit.
Just go home first, but fucking drop the dog off.
Just clean up their shit.
I mean, like I said, it's like some people actually require them, and like that's fairly legitimate. But
The people who don't and are pushing it.
yeah, the fat fucking idiots on hover rounds, you just have like a little lap dog. That's not emotional support animal. That thing's barely conscious.
You a bitch.
Yeah, it's there for you to pet, and it just breathes and shits and piss. And that's it. Alright, next topic.
Have you guys been drawing anything recently?
No, but I might be attempting to draw the thumbnails now. Just since we're starting to get more stuff instead of just the podcast thumbnails.
Go for it. I've always wanted to do that, but like I just can't find the motivation to draw.
I can't do it on. I can't digitally draw. Like I couldn't to save my life.
You get used to it.
Yeah, I wanted to get like a pad or something to draw with. But I don't have a program yet to draw on.
Krita is free.
Krita?
Critical. A critical, come on our podcast. In my face.
You should invite him.
I feel like Critical would do it, though, for some weird reason. But then he might not have the fucking time to deal with other dumbasses.
It's a podcast that I got one of my favorite hypotheticals from. the one that who would win in a fight, 5 silverback gorillas or 10 Brock Lesnars.
Lesnars?
Yeah, Lesnars, because their friend from Turkey says Lesnar.
Lesnar. You know,
That's my favorite part of the hypothetical is saying Lesnar. It's so fun to say it like that.
Lesnar.
You know, Kaya has a podcast where he just pees. He just pisses into a toilet with like 4 people, and then that's the end of the podcast, and then he gets paid for it.
That's weird.
Who?
We should try
Kaya
and muscle
from,
in on that territory.
Yeah, Kaya from the official podcast. I forget what it's called. It's called like Piss Time or something. I saw it on Spotify because I was like looking through different podcasts on there, and I saw it pop up, and I recognized the name, and I was like, oh no, is this for real? Speaking of Spotify, listen to Skunk Bunker on your favorite Spotify.
Give us money, Spotify. We'll make more content if you give us money.
Money.
You can pay us in gum.
Yeah?
I prefer money, but...
No, you don't. Shut up.
I prefer to be paid in 72 virgins.
No, I'd still prefer money, because we can't really invest 72 virgins into more of Skunk Bunker.
I mean, you could.
How?
Sell them.
Alright.
They come to ISIS.
We just sell the virgins to ISIS, and they'll be like, oh, yeah.
Is Al-Qaeda still a thing?
Yeah, but ISIS kind of is like the new kid on the block. They beat him out.
Dude, is this even fucking around anymore?
Yeah, they still behead. But because of COVID, they can't go out.
Yeah, that's
They have to wear masks. They have to behead people with masks.
I like the idea of the global pandemic stopping this terrorist organization.
Yeah, they need to take their vitamin B12 and their zinc and their iron and their photophosphates and whatever the fuck.
Who was it that one makes like a blood sword?
Me.
Oh, I want to do that so bad.
Huh?
That'd be so cool.
You know your blood has natural iron in it?
Yeah.
Someone one time calculated on the internet like how much blood it would take from like how many people you'd have to like drain of blood to like extract the iron from their blood and make a sword out of it, and it's somewhere in like a 300 range. But I had an idea. What if you bloodlet? What if you cut yourself a lot every day for like months and months and years, and you slowly fill up enough containers of your own blood, and you extract your own iron from you make a sword out of your own blood. I think that'd be the most metal fucking thing in the world.
It would be. In theory, you could do that. It's not like you need the blood to stay like fresh.
That would be sick. It's just a fact of like you need to find somebody or like you need to know how to extract the iron from your blood.
That's something.
That's something I can figure out.
Probably. Unfortunately.
This is another thing that's adding to when I'm rich I want to do. This is just right on there. Every day donate a little bit of blood to my blood sword bank.
I guess it probably would be better to go to like a blood bank and like
Yeah,
get
like-
it professionally
like-
done
yeah,
instead of
yeah,
just. I was thinking like.
Just
You
try
just like
yeah, I
drip
was-
into a bucket every couple of days.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking like, what's the fucking? But why do you always have a bleeding cut wound on your arm? So don't worry about it.
I'm gonna get a sword.
Yeah, it'll make
Damn,
it'll
like,
make sense
keep
in
it
15
constantly
years.
bleeding though. You'd have to like cut pretty fucking deep. So you'd probably end up killing yourself.
Yeah, no, you go to a blood bank and donate like a quart a day. Is a quart? Is a pint? What do you usually do?
I don't know. I wouldn't do it like daily.
No, it doesn't
can't.
even have to be daily.
Like every other day or 3 days or something. Yeah, like the absolute fastest probably.
Yeah, every so often donate blood into your blood sword bank.
Just every month.
I'm about to start donating blood as like to get money, and then like every other time I'll do it for money, and every other time I'll do it to like just
Blood sword.
yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
hold on.
allowed to keep the blood?
Probably not.
I mean, you could probably hire them to do it and be like,
How much blood is in the body?
I don't know. Take a couple liters or something.
Let me see. 1.2 to 1.5 gallons, or 10 units of blood.
10. He lost 2 units of blood, nurse.
Okay, so
That's probably like 1 blood bag.
so
or
we do
something.
like 1.2 times. What did you say? Like 300.
Yeah,
So you need 360.
around 300. I'll have to look it up as well.
Gallons of blood.
I know. I watched a video on it.
Blood, iron. I'm about to see how to extract iron from blood. And can you?
Welcome to
see it?
Skunk Bunker, where we figure out how to make a sword from your own body.
That shit's pretty fire.
It's pretty fucking metal.
It is.
Iron from blood, part 1, proof of concept. Phlebotomy.
Phlebotomy.
This is
All right. Well, Tim
separating
has
iron
left the
from
building.
blood. Cracking open a cold one.
Gonna crack open a cold one with the boys.
So you at home, here's what you need to do. You gotta crack open a cold one with our friends. Pop that cap right above your laptop, and you have to chug it all right above your laptop.
Yeah.
If you fail,
Sometimes.
oh boy.
You'd have to kill at least 360 people to extract enough iron to cast a long sword.
What about a short sword?
Probably like 300. I guess you could just make like a dagger, like a little knife.
That'll also be pretty cool.
Any of this would be badass. If someone came up to me with like a switchblade and was like, "I made this out of my own blood," I'd be like, "How the fuck you do that, you
Even
edgy
arrow
fuck?"
tips.
Yeah.
You make it out of someone with AIDS blood. It's like poison arrows.
Oh,
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
It'd be about 359 dead men.
I mean, why do they gotta be dead?
I mean, because they're gonna be drained of all their blood.
Obviously, we need to make a Skunk Bunker longsword to hang in the office, and we all donate a little bit of blood to it every so often.
All of our
our
subscribers, please
Send in a
donate
vial
your
of blood.
Do not do that.
Blood Sword Patreon level. Subscribe. If you donate this amount of money, we'll inscribe your name on our blood sword.
I will say, real quick, I don't think that's illegal.
What? Sending someone your blood?
Yeah. I don't think it's technically illegal. I think it's weird.
I don't know. It's something to look up.
If we can make our have our subscribers help us make a blood sword.
Ooh, you hear that crack?
Yeah.
My big
Crack cocaine.
and my large intestine. Yeah. Toss me into a propeller blade.
Oh, I mentioned it earlier in a small fashion. Hot diarrhea on a cold day.
But you would need about 700 people to make a sword.
Oh?
Because extraction is hard. You lose a lot of the iron in the process, pretty much.
Mm.
So you have hot diarrhea on a cold day.
Yep.
Do you like make like a frozen sickle? Like,
No, it gives my body whiplash because you'll sit on the toilet and it's like freezing cold and you're freezing cold and then it burns on the way out, but then it goes right and because of diarrhea and it's liquid, it immediately cools back down, so my asshole's freezing now.
Oh.
And you have to go lay back down in bed feeling violated.
Well, I was at work when this happened. I was at work for like 15 minutes and then I just felt dirty afterwards.
Which one?
This was like this was this year. This was fairly recent. This was when we recorded Cyberpunk. That day this happened, and I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta talk
That's
about this."
awful. That's a Little Caesars.
Taking nasty shits in public always ruins like the whole mood.
Yeah, and I could tell like when it's like a deep hot fart that's right there. I'm just like, "Oh, great! Now this is gonna happen in like 5 minutes," and I go in, and it's self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'm gonna go in and ruin the rest of my day on the toilet.
Yeah, and there's Jessie who takes an hour-long shit, makes new policies get put into place at work.
Yeah.
We have to clock out if it's past 15 minutes now because Jessie kept taking hour-long shits.
Well, can you just clock in from your phone? Clock out from
No.
your phone?
Nope.
No, you gotta do it at the actual thing.
So sometimes it's like you won't even know how long you're gonna be shitting for, and now you're paranoid that like.
When does shitting ever take more than 15 minutes?
Right?
Yeah.
No, they need to go to a fucking doctor.
There's sometimes where there would be like once in a blue moon where I'm like, okay, I'm going past like 10 minutes because this is a pretty bad one.
I've had
But
some
like
long
that's
ones,
like
but
if like I know I'm like either sick or just fucking like something didn't digest right.
Long to me is like 5 minutes.
dude, I've had some long ones, but those are only when I'm dropping a fucking waterfall.
I mean, I don't eat a whole lot, but like
I eat enough.
Yeah, no, if you're taking hour-long shits on the constant, you need something checked.
Go to a fucking doctor, and they won't. I know they're not gonna do it. They're gonna be like, yeah, probably.
no, they don't take hour-long shits. They take a 2-minute long shit in 58 minutes looking at their phone.
Yeah.
That's what everyone else does. And it's horrible.
But yeah, now we have to clock out if we're gonna be 15 minutes longer.
That doesn't even seem like that seems fucking stupid.
It is.
If I hired someone to work for me and they disappeared for an hour in the bathroom and just wasn't working, I'd fire them.
Right?
Just like consistent on that, but like, nah, this isn't working.
And we're also not allowed to
Jesse.
like
Take the food
take home
Yeah,
take food home that's like
anymore.
waste.
Why? You guys ruin that as well?
No, I don't think it was us. It was probably someone else because I hadn't taken any home in a while. They're just like, yeah, we watched the cameras, and we're like, we know. That isn't anything. We're not taking fresh food home. We're taking garbage that you were about to throw into a dumpster. Like, I don't know what you think we do.
My work, it tells us, they're like, you're not supposed to be able to make free food, but we let you do it anyways. And then we do it, and they're like, you're not making the free food the way you want you to make it.
If we were to call in a pickup order to your work before it closed, and they just never pick it up, would they let you just take it with you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, we should have done that.
Yeah,
I made that joke when we were coming over here the one night, because it was right before your work was going to close. I was like, oh, we should call in a pickup order, and they just never come and pay for it, so Hunter just takes it home with him, so we get it anyway for free.
It'd be kind of weird if I was like, hey, I'll take that order, just, I'll take it. But I could...
Just be like, I'm really hungry for this. Can I please have it?
Depending on who's closing, I could probably get away with it super easily. Our online orders stop at 8:40, so you'd have to put it in at like...
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd call it in.
I don't think we take call-ins past 8:40 either.
That's,
So it'd be like at the time where it's like...
You have to be there at 8:40.
Yeah.
Or just like put it in like 8:20 and then have it pick up at 8:40 and then don't come.
So it's been sitting there for a good like fucking 20 minutes.
There's been times where I've like made a burger for myself and then like it got busy and I forgot about it for like 8 hours and I go back and I'm like, oh shit, I had that. Just like eat it anyways. I don't give a shit.
What are we at?
36.
Fuck.
Damn.
I got nothing.
Alright. I have a lot, but I was trying to not divulge it all. I told my Corey Taylor story before, right?
Your Corey Taylor story?
Yeah, when I met Corey Taylor at the mall.
No, I don't think you had.
No, because I don't know this.
Yeah.
You know who Corey Taylor is?
Off the top of my head, no.
Lead singer of Slipknot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And Stone Sour.
Or as Paul McCartney calls them, shit knot.
Yeah.
I still love that.
I saw him at I was working at my old job, and I saw a short dude with a ponytail and a fedora on, with like a flannel, and he was in line at Annie Ann's, and I was like, look at that fucking loser. Look at the fucking fedora wearing ponytail having fucking loser, and like he had a bunch of tattoos, and I was like, ugh. Like, okay. And then, like, after a couple of seconds, I was just, like, looking at him, and I was like, that kind of looks like Corey Taylor. And then, like, after, like, a couple more seconds, I was like, I'm gonna look up a picture of Corey Taylor, just because I'm curious. And I don't, like, I don't know, I have a sneaking suspicion that something weird's going on.
And you were like, oh, okay, so this is definitely Corey Taylor.
So I could see the dude on the side of his neck. He had Japanese or Chinese kanji on both sides of his neck, and he had an 8-ball that was on fire on the back of his neck, I think. And I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't find any pictures that like were like solid of him, so I looked up pictures of Corey Taylor's neck tattoo. And the first picture was like a big kanji on the side of his neck, and I was like, oh my god! And I fucking, like, it just so happened it was like 3 o'clock and it was time for me to clock out of work. And I was like, oh my god. And like he was standing
Were you
in
like
line.
nervous at all?
Kinda. And I had this Mario snapback that I was wearing because I was like 18. I was like 17 or 18. And I fucking stole a Sharpie from work, and I was just like, I look at my coworker, I'm like, bye! And I just fucking like run out, and I'm like, hey, are you Corey Taylor? And he's like, sometimes. And I'm like, hey, that's fucking sick. Can you sign my hat? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then I just fucked off, like a good fan.
Do you know where the hat is?
Yeah, I'll look for it, but you can't really see the signature because it's like a dark blue hat, and the black Sharpie didn't really show up too well. And it's been like 5 or 6. It's been like 5 or 6 years. I took a picture of it and posted it on my old Facebook. And then I deleted all the pictures on my phone because I was like, I have a lot of pictures on my Facebook. I'm not going to need it. Then my Facebook got zucked. and I fucking lost access to everything on that account. So I don't have like
The
virtually.
picture of the good.
I virtually have no proof of this encounter. So you just gotta believe me.
That's fucking amazing.
It was like one time I went to a Green Day concert, but I forgot my phone in the car. So I had to make I made a post on Facebook. I was like, I saw I went all the way to Ohio to see Green Day, but I forgot my phone in the car, so you just have to believe me.
Fucking
Stop
Christ.
fucking with it.
Well, no, I was trying to move it a little closer to you so it would happen. I closed my eyes for like half a second and I opened them to fucking meteor strike in my skull.
When your meteor strike your skull.
What was I gonna say?
$1.
No, if I ever met a celebrity, I'd have him sign $1.
$1?
Yeah.
Why?
That's a good idea.
Because
Why?
Sharpie will look good on it. And
Nope.
I'll know that no matter who the signature is, it'll be worth $1.
I think might as well just have them sign a $5,000 bill.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, there is.
There isn't.
Right now, look,
Oh, there you go. Look at that. You've created. Why did you eat it?
it's mine.
That doesn't make any sense. You can't spend a $5 bill. That's gross. How dare you do such a thing? Oh. The boy. Oh, it's like a dark blue. Oh my god.
It's fucking worn too.
What a terrible choice.
There's virtually no sign of it. You can very barely see like a little dark mark right there.
Yeah, you're right. That's hilarious. Oh my god. You still have the sticker on it?
Yeah. Who the fuck takes this sticker off their
We,
Snapchat?
we took the sticker off Jesse's.
Yeah.
Because we're dicks.
Yeah, that's. There's nothing there. Practically, you like gotta fucking search for it.
Oops.
Try shining like a blacklight or something on it.
It's not a bad idea. I do have a picture of me and Tim actually. A picture of the dude with the Aquabats.
From the Aquabats, yeah.
From the last Warped Tour in New
That looks
Jersey.
so different.
I know, me too. Our hair is super short.
Is a
And you had sun poisoning.
I did have like
Oh, your
my
skin was
skin was
falling
melting
off.
off.
That was fucked up. You look like a goal.
Yeah.
Speaking of meeting important people, I'm sure we've talked about the first WWE event we ever went to see Tim. And and Tim's mom had us take a picture with him.
A random dude.
Yeah, like just so
That's in
random
the
stranger in a
podcast.
fucking replica belt. We're just like, he's a champion!
That's in the episode 1 of Skunk Bunker.
I think it is, but I still just
With
love
Riley.
it.
I just yeah, like within this like 2020, I fucking found it again.
Is that going through?
Yeah, it's gonna pick it.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry, that's just something I do.
Connor's just over here banging on his chest like a fucking gorilla. Like,
Wavelength for that is so fucking awful looking.
Yeah. Look at that.
Connor, I just want to fucking knock you out real quick. Just like,
Don't fucking even touch me.
9,200 new coronavirus cases.
Dude, nice.
sweet.
New record. Guinness
Yeah.
Book of World Record.
Nah. One day there was like 25,000 coronavirus cases in Pennsylvania.
Let's get them numbers up.
So I'm gonna see what the record. Ooh, that's
Ah.
record.
Why?
why not?
I'm gonna push you off this fucking bed now.
No.
You can still push you off. You just slap the back of your head off the fucking corner and die.
No. No, we were mom was said.
The highest number was 15,000 in one day,
Wow, doesn't the world just fucking suck?
and there was other multiple days where it was 12,000 and 11,000.
Nice.
So
I wonder what Corey Taylor was doing in Monroeville.
he was on tour with Stone Sour, his other band, which I don't listen to Stone Sour. So I think he was with his bandmates, and I was just like, "Oh, fuck you guys, bye."
You bitches. This is Corey Taylor.
Oh, what's up, Corey Taylor's second band? And I just left.
They're fucking the redheaded stepchild.
Pretty much.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Your brother Tommy.
Yeah.
Are you guys like Full brothers or like half brothers?
We're in-law brothers.
Oh, okay.
My
Okay.
dad married his mother.
Okay. I was gonna say, because you guys don't look anything alike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a little Native American child, and I look like a little German kid. I don't know.
We just never gave it any thought until now.
But me and Yumi look alike.
Well, no, I knew you.
But we have the same relationship.
What, the step,
Me and Yumi.
like your step siblings?
We're not. We're in-law.
Yeah.
Like we're not related at all.
Yeah, okay.
But we look alike.
You don't look alike.
A little bit, don't we?
You're not Asian.
She doesn't look Asian.
She definitely looks Asian.
A little bit Asian.
I don't think so. She just looks white to me.
She's
Like,
an
I can
Asian.
tell that she has Asian in her.
She absolutely looks Asian.
I don't think so.
I don't think you guys look alike. That's just me personally. It's alright. Me and Connor get called brothers a lot.
I don't see that either.
I mean, like, we always had, like, the same hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like, one time, I
Yeah,
had
because we're
hair.
skinny white people in rural Pennsylvania. There's like one fucking hairstyle we get to have.
Or you just shave half of your head, like I
Well,
did.
Like Jessie did.
the
So you
whole
got
fucking
options.
the whole thing was, I fucking had long hair for. I mean, not long hair. I had short hair for so long that I'm like, gotta get this long hair. Got to.
I'd always just let my hair grow. I didn't do anything to it. It just, wherever it was when I woke up, I just left it alone. And it'd just get, like, bigger and bushier every fucking year until it cut it all off.
You had like a fucking
The hair
mushroom head.
Yeah. The hair I have now is, like, the only time in my life I've given a shit about where it goes and how it looks.
I love my hair like this. I let it blow. I like let it air dry, however away, because it gets like frizzy. I think it looks alright and wavy.
Hunter, would you get Liberty Spikes?
If I didn't have to cut anything off, I could just style my hair like that as my hair is right now. Yeah.
There's a method.
Yeah. I'd do it.
Because Misty did it the one day. And apparently a method to put mine into a mohawk that I want to explore and attempt.
That's gonna be the world's biggest mohawk.
Yeah, I want a giant fucking mohawk.
You're gonna literally have to like army crawl under shit.
It is my dream!
That shit alone is like,
It's like an arm's length.
yeah, and it's like 3 feet of like fucking.
It goes down to my nipples.
That's at least 3 feet of fucking length right there.
And I want it in mohawk formation.
Sorry, I'm looking up UFO stuff. Pentagon has 180 days to disclose UFOs. I wonder what that means. I know we kind of talked about this last night, but I wonder what that means.
Means in theory they have to tell us everything they know, which implies they know something.
Yes, but there's a lot of shit they literally can't tell us because of like ongoing like military operations.
Whoever passed the bill doesn't give a shit about that.
But there's a lot of stuff that like they're gonna be like, we found a blank in blank at blank, and they're like, or that's what we can tell you, and that's what you're gonna get. We literally can't tell you where we got this
Yeah, 'cause
information.
I don't want to cause a mass panic either.
Well, you also can't tell like where you're doing spy operations in foreign countries because like the Pentagon legally can't do that.
Yeah.
But you have to do it anyways for national security. You legally can't have like.
Basically, they're gonna lie.
They're going to step around the truth.
I think they're just gonna outright lie. That'd be the easiest method for this.
They already came forward, but they already came forward and said UFOs are real though, which is like
yeah, I mean, like they
the
can
weird
still
part.
lie about like a lot of the information.
There's a UFO, but it was like a caveman in a rock. It came from Saturn, and we were like, man, this is some shit, man.
I just like it's so
Holy shit, it's already 2.
yeah. They do know stuff, but like, do they? Everything they've been saying lately has been like, we don't care about what they are, who they are, or where they're from, or what they are. What we care about is their technology that they have with their spaceships. what it is and how do they use it, and can we reverse engineer it and learn how to build it ourselves?
No, give it. That's not how you function. That's the stupidest method for this.
I agree, but that's how they're looking at it right now. Which is what is making, like, me super weird about, like, not weird, but, like, the bill that just came out. It's like, well, I don't feel like they know stuff. I feel like they have pieces of information that they're gonna be like, they're probably gonna say some weird shit, like, so Nazis on the moon know about the aliens, 3-star systems over, and they're gonna be like, but
the Nazis have
okay.
like a weirdly successful space program.
Yeah, the American space program.
Yeah, that's right. NASA took a lot of the Nazi scientists, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, the Nazis built a rocket that was really, really good, and then Hitler did whatever Hitler did, and then World War II was won by the Americans.
Then no one else helped. It was just America.
Yeah,
Just America.
essentially.
Just America.
I like the concept, or I'm uncomfortable by the concept that, like, science can be easily achieved when you don't give a shit about your test subjects.
I don't think that's what it is. I firmly believe what it is the Nazis.
What, just prioritize space travel and stuff?
No, they didn't discount religion. A lot of their science was they didn't account religion and, like, that kind of, like, sacred stuff as being not real like we do today.
Yeah.
Like, they treat it like it was real?
Yeah, they treated it like fact. Like, a lot of the occult stuff, like, Nazis were big on occult stuff, and, like, there's a lot of things of Hitler saying he was looking for the Holy Grail and the Spear of Destiny.
And, like, isn't it said that, like, the Holy Grail was melted with like the Statue of Liberty?
That's one theory.
Like right where the torch is or
But
something.
that doesn't line up with Hitler having it, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
That sounds like something you get in a National Treasure movie.
Essentially.
They need more of those. I'd love to watch more of those fucking movies.
But that's just the thing, is now you see all these articles coming out about how DMT and mushrooms and LSD are becoming, like, spiritual healers and becoming good for healing depression. And it's like, is this the spiritual, religious stuff that we were discounting before that the Nazis took into account? Because they were onto something. They knew about something. They knew about the Nordic aliens.
They did know about something.
There's a TikTok guy I watch who talks about, fucking mysteries and, like, science, and, like, interesting science behind some stuff. One of them is, like, the pyramids with aliens and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And like, there's no, like, it doesn't make any sense that a race of, like, that these people who didn't know how to build a wheel
Cold coffee.
were able to build the largest still standing structure in this world. And someone commented, like, oh, white people didn't do it, so it couldn't have happened. He's like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm not even white. I'm Asian, you idiot. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
People are a fucking bitch to hear their own voice sometimes. The thing about the pyramids is, like, it's so... The pyramids are
They're so interesting.
They're centered in the exact middle of the entire center, like the geomass of the entire planet. They're in the center of, like, if the 0, coordinates of the world for latitude and longitude, pyramids are at 0. They're aligned.
Didn't someone decide that's where the 0 for latitude and longitude would be?
No. That's where...
What this place needs.
No, it's like, I don't know, some sort of measurement on, like, ley lines, and, like, if you draw a line from the North Pole to the South Pole and draw a line all the way down, and, like, if you take the average of all the land in the world and say, like, where the average middle of all the land is, the exact average middle is where the Great Pyramids are. So, like, no one decided for it to be there. I mean, maybe someone decided for it to be there.
Well, I
just
mean, like, the concept of, like, all right, so longitude and latitude is...
Or just pick the pyramids to be 0.
No, just, like,
like it's like math. It's all subject, whereas math does function like there are 3 apples. 3 is just a label we've slapped on to say this is what it makes sense. Measurement, like how long feet and inches are, is someone just came up with that. In theory, didn't just someone decide longitude and latitude, and it's not a coincidence with the planet, it's a coincidence with the dickhead who was like, yep, here.
Did you know we rediscovered the metric system?
The fuck does that even mean?
The Sumerians, the first culture on the planet, or the earliest culture that we really know of besides the Olmecs, they used the metric system. And then someone else came up with the metric system in their dream, I think, is what the thing. Let me see.
Can you imagine coming up with the whole metric system in your fucking dream, love?
I mean,
Have a fucking positive dream, love.
It's your fucking solid dream.
Such a fucking good dream.
He's like, which and they're like, you're a fucking witch! A witch! You freak! You're a freak! You're a fucking freak! This is a madhouse! A madhouse!
no, didn't come to him in a dream. It was, he proposed a decimal system of measurement, but we weren't the first people to use it. It was like the weird thing. And then I just listened to this whole big thing about the pyramids and how the pyramids basically, way back then, the pyramids can be used if you measure the pyramids right and use the right equations. You can figure out the dimensions of the planet, and you can figure out the dimensions of how the Earth rotates around the sun and the rotation of the Earth and like the axis spin stuff. You can figure it all out if you measure the pyramid and like apply the right shit to it. And what he was saying is like they had something that was like kind of like an inch, or no, they had a foot, but a foot isn't metric.
Yeah.
A foot is imperial, which is what we use.
Yeah, here in America.
So how did they use a foot if we also discovered the metric from them?
Isn't the history of the foot that it's like literally just some king's foot?
That's what I heard, but apparently
Because an inch is his knuckle.
Apparently, yeah, I heard that too, but apparently what it is, it's something about pacing. It's like you take 2 paces, like 1, 2 foot, like heel toe, and then you take the average of that, and the average is 12 inches. Or cut it and divide it by 2 and take the average. And like the average of most people walking is like a foot.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I think it's something
It's
like
really
that.
dumb.
That's what
The
the
terrible
video
way
just
to
said.
base your entire country's measurement system off of.
I also heard when I was little
Just
that
taking a walk and being like, yeah, that's good enough.
I also heard it was a king's foot, and he was like, "This is the size of my." I also heard that some merchants would just measure it by their own foot, and they'd be like, "Give me a foot," and they would just look at their foot, measure their foot, and just cut that amount and give it to them.
They're all really stupid.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck
These are-
the truth is.
These really are all so stupid to be like, yeah, this is what we teach our children in class because this has to be the best way. Use the fucking metric system.
My one of my history teachers told me that Theodore Roosevelt knew about the Pearl Harbor bombing, and then didn't respond to it, and then that probably kickstarted one of my
Was he
conspiracy theories. I don't know who the president was.
Because I don't think it
FDR.
do not. Yeah, it was FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, because he had the
Yeah,
new.
Teddy Roosevelt's fun. I was like, wait,
Ed
what?
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Him in his wheelchair called the New Deal.
Yeah.
It's like
FDR.
I don't think Teddy Roosevelt was alive at that point.
Yeah, you know.
No, it was like
Roosevelt.
FDR, and then I went to Truman.
Yeah, Truman dropped the bombs, I think.
Yeah, Truman dropped the bombs.
I get this like question so often. They have those pictures of like
The bombs.
no, like the pictures of like Winston Churchill and whoever was in charge of Russia and someone all sitting next to each other.
Oh, the sign like the.
Yeah, like the Allied powers. What would the world have been like if just like Winston Churchill was sitting next to like what is it, like Stalin at the time?
He took out a pistol and was like,
Yeah, like they like really. I had this thought of like, all right, like if I'm president, I was like, all right, I'm gonna die. No one knows I'm gonna die. I'm like already dying. So I call a meeting with like the fucking leader of China, and he's like, yeah, it's good to be here, and I just shoot him in the face, and they fucking light me up. What does the world then do?
You grab a fork off his table and uppercut him with it.
Damn. I feel like that happened. That had to have happened like.
I mean, that stuff happened at least once, right?
Maybe not like in our timeline, but definitely like it's happened before.
I like when you hear about
Oh shit.
Huh?
My Xbox just turned off, and I think we just lost our place in Sonic. I have to do that level again.
Gross, yo.
Yeah. Let me see if it saved our progress.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh fuck yeah.
Xbox quick save.
How? What's Tim's laptop at?
Should be
almost
good.
full.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we at podcast wise?
Hour 1.
Okay, so we're good then, huh? All things are right in the world.
You want to call it here and call this a conspiracy
Yeah,
theory podcast?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good stopping point. Is Winston Churchill blowing off the head of Joseph Stalin?
Was his name Joseph?
I don't
Joseph
know.
Stalin, yeah.
Wait. Hello, my name is Joseph Stalin.
They call me Joey.
All right. Skunk Bunker. Subscribe, babies.
Subscribe, please.